Are we live?
We are. What up, y'all?
What's
Hey,
going on?
people. All right, so we
What's
jumping
happening?
into it. We'll wrap shit. We jumping in.
Damn, I'm not ready for this. All right.
All right. You think you got it? Oh, you think you got it. But got it just don't get it when there's something at all. We get together. Oh, we get together. But separate's always better when there's feelings involved. If what they say is nothing is forever, then what makes, 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 then what makes love the exception. So
Oh, that's
why?
a, that's a,
I was about to say, I'm wondering how long it's going to take for you to get to
that's
it.
a, of
Yeah.
course.
Do you know what album it was on? Bonus points.
Double album, Love Below, Speaker Box, but it was on Love Below. It was
Yes.
on Love Below. Yeah.
Yes.
That
Yes.
was, Andre's joint.
For absolute classic, automatic, like, of
Ooh,
all
you think you
times.
got it, but nothing really matters at all. Yeah, fire.
That,
Video, fire.
oh my gosh.
The green, it's iconic. The silk press. Is that a silk press? The hair? Fire. Dope, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Legend.
Hi, Rolo. Hello. Good evening, sweetheart. Okay. Can you get down? Okay. Thank you, baby. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the One Things for Certain podcast, where myself, Alia King, Rolo, and my husband,
Carrie King.
we
Golly.
talk about all the things that married couples like to talk about, okay? Which includes our very cute, very presumptuous, very rambunctious, miniature long hair dachshund, Rolo, who is about to run in the corner and viciously hump his bed.
You didn't have to tell them that part. Like,
I just
that's
don't
not.
want them to hear like the tap, 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 tapping of his feet and be like, what is that in the background?
Y'all may not hear anything, but anyway.
We can edit it out. It's fine.
Maybe. Puff. Yes.
Yes. But welcome back, y'all. We're
What's
so
up?
happy to have you. Oh my gosh, we missed you guys. How's y'all week been?
Okay.
Just kidding. How's y'all week been? Rolo
Yeah.
wants to know. Okay. But yes, we are here. We're back at it. And we're gonna get into it with our current obsession.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you want to go first?
That depends. Mine's is joyful. So
Okay, we
I
can
don't
end
know
on
if you want to.
we can end on a high note, I guess.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Oh.
it's another one, guys. You guessed it. Go ahead, go ahead.
Wow. Okay. So, what Carrick is alluding to, if you guys missed last week's episode, I was talking about how I have been in my true crime bag, and this week is no exception. Okay, Mama's on the theme right now. I don't know if y'all have seen it. Okay, but the Monster series on Netflix, the Lyle and Eric Menendez story, has had my complete and utter attention for the past week, for sure. For those of you who do not know, heck, I didn't know about this story, but
I didn't
in
either.
yeah, it was before our time. I think like
86?
somewhere in there,
I think it was 86.
somewhere in there. They
1986.
flashed
I think it's
the
86.
dates very large and very
Yeah.
boldly. I think like the dates start at like 1989, but I think the actual murders happened in 91. Anywho, in the early 90s, these two
Correct.
young men, Kyle and Eric Menendez, the two sons of RCA CEO,
Oh, for real?
yeah,
Huh.
yes, yes,
Damn.
RCA CEO,
It was in
Jose
89.
Menendez,
89, you're right. But
yeah,
yeah.
Jose Menendez,
Damn.
and his wife Kitty Menendez were viciously and brutally murdered by their two sons. They were killed in their family living room with shotguns. The two boys walked into their home late one evening and shot them to death with shotguns
Multiple times.
multiple times. Actually, Lau Menendez, the oldest one, reloaded the gun, the shotgun, to shoot his mother in the face. Yes. Yes, very brutal, very horrific, very graphic murders. And so the story is around their case and essentially the story and the case that the prosecution, or excuse me, that the defendant creates around their story as to why they decided to kill their parents. But that's not how it started, right? For spoiler alert, okay? But the way it starts is that they create this story. Basically, they call the police and say, oh, someone's killed our parents. And for a year, they are not suspected as the murders
Oh, right.
because
Yeah.
apparently, like, the story was that the mafia had put out a hit on their parents or
Well, that's
something
the
like
story that
that.
they
That's
said.
the story, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I was in and out watching this, so I remember that part. Yeah.
yeah, that
What
essentially,
a
like,
year?
that the mafia, yes, their father had
Man.
threatened to take them out of the will, so they were really nervous that they weren't going to get anything in the wake of their parents' death. But in the will, it said that they were left everything, so they were balling out of control, and everything was good until Eric, the younger brother, essentially broke and told his therapist. And that's kind of how the story unfolds, right? So the defendant, they create a case basically around the two brothers, claiming that yes, they did kill. Before, the story was they didn't kill their parents. Then the story was that they did kill their parents because some very damning evidence came forward that essentially had them confessing to the murder. And so they switched the case to saying that they were fearing for their lives, that their lives were in danger, and to plead it down instead of like first degree murder because it was premeditated.
Manslaughter.
Right, that they're trying to get it pared down to manslaughter,
Yep.
because
That'll do
apparently
it.
there was a long, extensive, and violent and pervasive case of sexual abuse from to the Menendez brothers from their father.
And like verbal
Yeah,
and all that other.
verbal, physical,
Yeah.
and most importantly and explicitly and graphically and horrifically, okay, sexual abuse to these two young men, not just from their father but from their mother as well. And so that's how they create the case. And it is a wild story, y'all. Like,
So
honestly, the layers are pretty deep, and it's just insane because the whole time you're questioning whether or not these two men are like sociopaths. If you don't, I don't think, at least for me, I don't question whether or not the sexual abuse actually happened, because that's the only time that it really feels like genuine. Not just because it's horrific and you wouldn't
they
want
show
to
it.
believe. No, they never show it, thank goodness.
Oh God. Because the whole Dahmer thing, they went far with that
That
shit.
I couldn't watch it. I couldn't
We
watch
didn't.
it. Like, we
I don't
didn't
think
make
we
it past the
finished
first
it. Yeah,
episode.
I think. Yeah, the dude dancing in the room was it.
Oh my, I have
That was
never
it.
been
Tangent,
more
but
scared
oh my gosh.
in my life when watching a scene than watching that young man literally, like, fight for his life strategically. It
Yeah.
was absolutely insane. But yeah, this show is produced in a way that is like chilling in the same way, but not like, you're not scared. You're just like in shock the entire time. Like, every time you think the story can't get crazier, they up the ante. Okay. So yeah, I make no qualms about it. That was definitely my favorite, my current obsession. I've been watching it all week, and then I have like a slash, like an also. Okay.
Okay. Oh,
You
so we're
actually,
switching gears. Oh, word. Okay.
we're downshifting. Okay.
I knew about the first one. I didn't know about the downshift.
The downshift. You know what I'm saying? We're starting kind of fast and furious, and we're going to
All
land this
right. So
plane. You
let's
understand?
see. Let's see,
So
guys.
actually, you sent me this, the Wendy's
Oh man,
crusty
let me tell you.
crab
Hold on now.
meal.
Hey man,
Okay,
I have
this
thoughts about this,
promo.
but
Let me tell you something. Y'all want to see my in a big bag come out? You understand me?
yeah, we're gonna have to stay here for a
I'm
little bit.
I'm I'm going
We should have,
to try it.
we should have did this for Lack of Love. Can we save this for Lack of Love?
You want to do this for like a love?
Unless we're pulling a live audible, guys, because we have to talk about this. Uh,
We can definitely switch
I
it.
mean, nah, we should talk about that
You sure?
because, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so we're gonna stay here for a little bit, but go ahead. Sorry,
Say less. All right. So back to our regularly scheduled program. This Krabby Patty
man.
Wendy's collab sounds absolutely insane.
It's great. It's great.
First of all, the burger is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like the quarter pounder of meat, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes,
Yes, they
onions,
did describe it,
pickles.
and
They
the
did the whole
special
description
sauce.
and the special Krabby Patty special sauce, right? What really's got me bent, okay, is this mango pineapple frosty
Oh,
that they're
really?
yes, that they're pairing it with the Who Lives in a Pineapple Under the Sea.
No. Yeah, I know, and I'll put up a thing here too,
Yeah.
of the meal. So
Yes.
yes, it is a meal, but you you went different type of big bag. You went to I'm looking at the main star of the show.
The
I'm
star
looking
of
at
the show.
Beyonce.
Listen, because Wendy sells burgers. Let's not act like it's
I didn't
not going
even
to.
look at the
Let's not even act
anything
like it's
else.
not going to taste like a Wendy's burger with some type of mayo and ketchup based, like
We're gonna
mac sauce,
we're gonna get
right?
to the burger when I do my version.
We
So
know that
the
that's what it's
milkshake.
gonna be.
I didn't even
The
what's the flavor?
frosty mango pineapple,
I didn't even read the I didn't even pay attention to that.
mango pineapple frosty.
I was so stuck on the
I
Krabby Patty.
said, ho ho ho. I'm going to have to get my stomach prepared because it's gonna be messed
They
up.
should have did a kelp shake, but hey,
A kelp shake? No, because that's plankton's.
I know, but like they should continue the.
I
You
like the
fine?
pineapple under the sea kind of thing. The pineapple under the sea frosty. Like
How does this?
I'm here for it, bro. That junk looks freaking magnificent. I'm gonna get it,
Yeah, I
and
think it comes out next week. Actually, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm ready for a little date.
Well,
If this has the same type of appeal that the Popeyes spicy chicken sandwich did,
yes,
you remember how there was literally Popeyes
people were
that we
reselling
have
them.
passed with lines wrapped around the building for a Popeyes
Yeah, but you know
chicken sandwich for weeks
that was a special moment in time
because of the penny.
because of the penny. You know what I'm saying? That pandemic
We
it
was
got
looking
people
forward
out
to
their house,
anything.
and it was safe because you just stayed in your car. It's drive through. It was a
Yeah,
perfect storm for that.
it was.
I think
Stock
this.
was up.
I mean the burger. I was excited about the burger. The burger is Beyonce. Don't give a. I didn't even see what else is in the meal.
That's
I
true.
don't even. I wasn't even paying attention. It's a Krabby Patty. However, I personally think, and this is not by way of my preferred burger in these two instances, because I like Burger King and Wendy's somewhat equal. I think Burger King would have executed if I would have bet money,
Yeah,
I think I would have been more interested to see Burger King
that partnership.
get this chance to execute a Krabby Patty, because I think Burger King would have done a better job. Remember, they do that grilled.
Yeah, the char grill.
They broil their burgers. So I think it would have been interesting in that way. But I'm not mad at
I'm not
Wendy's.
mad at it.
I'm going to get
I'm here
at
for it.
least two of
I
them.
actually think you're correct on that. And my biggest question is like, how did this partnership, how did this collaboration come about, and why was Wendy's the one that was selected?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was something that the Nickelodeon and SpongeBob as a corporation probably
I'm sure, of course.
decided that, hey, we're gonna try to. This had to had been in motion for years. Stop and go, stop and go, stop and
I
go.
mean,
Because how
yeah,
could it not be? There has been SpongeBob toys in
yeah.
these
There's
Happy
the
Meals and
merch
stuff like
is
that.
insane.
So I think they've been sourcing it for a while now,
Yeah,
and I think between the three, McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King, it was just a bid situation.
The part that's wild is that millennials are so predictable. They knew good and goddamn well that if they did anything with SpongeBob, that we would take our big asses out there
They
and
could have
ate
done
it.
this 50 years from now, and we would have got the
We still would have
f
got
up
up
and
and went and got
went
it.
and
You
figured that
know
out.
what's really, if this is a success, you
That
know
was
what's coming next, right? That crusty crab.
Oh, the pizza.
Boy,
Oh,
if they come
okay.
out
No,
with a
stop.
crusty crab
Stop,
pizza
stop, stop,
from
stop, stop,
Pizza
stop. No,
Hut,
wait. We're going to do that next episode. Who should get that one? Just think
okay.
about it.
You
We're
should
going to
think
do that
about
next.
it.
Who should
Take a
get the crusty?
second.
That is the first episode of SpongeBob. That's very
Come
important.
on, man.
That's very
Come
important.
on, man.
That's an
That crusty
important.
crab pizza
So, yeah.
is the
Yeah.
pizza absolutely lovely.
Yeah, I have thoughts.
You remember when
I have
SpongeBob
initial
was
thoughts.
wiggling his booty one cheek at a time? What the hell is that? Is that your phone?
That was my brand new phone. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
It's fine.
Scared the shit out of me, babe. Hold it in your lap.
It's in my lap. My bad. We access it while we trying to. Anyway, yes. So we'll do that next week. We'll
Yeah.
figure out who. We'll talk about who should get that bid.
Man.
Yeah. Because hey man, we talking pizza now, so it's all the big
That'd be
guys.
sick. That would be
That'd be
absolutely
sick.
sick. Well, those are my current obsessions, you guys.
Cool. All right, that was great. You landed that plane. I appreciate that
Thanks.
because boy was it dark. Like my God. Continuing with something a little bit more joyful.
Yeah.
There is a Instagram family, Wilson World Media. It is a husband and wife who are singers and like Grammy nominated and
Oh, wow,
have won
okay.
stuff for arrangements of music.
Okay.
They have a son and a daughter, and they are one musical ass family.
Okay.
And there is a video of the baby girl singing a rendition of Twinkle Twinkle Star, Twinkle Twinkle
Little
Star.
Yeah.
And so I'm just gonna let y'all hear this sound. I don't think YouTube will take it down because it's not a real song
Okay. Oh,
type shit.
okay.
You know?
I don't know if anybody has the royalties of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Right. So let me see.
Little star, up above the world so high. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, up above the world so high. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high.
That ad lib was live. Like that wasn't something that she planned to do. It was fantastic. I mean, that I just
How old
felt
is she?
so I don't know. I didn't find
That's so
find her
cute.
age, but
Twinkle, twinkle, little
if I were to
star,
guess 7, I don't like.
how I wonder what you are.
How I wonder what you are. Fire, bro.
Go.
Fire, bro. In her living room? Stop it, man. And she's playing an instrument
If
while
I
doing
came
this.
home and saw
you
you
kidding
and the
me?
little one like literally recording,
Insane, man.
how I wonder what you are.
They have another video on their site, on their page where they're actually singing. While you say that, they're singing their mom happy birthday in their own little rendition. Is it happy birthday or I love my mama? One of them. But it's great. That it's so cool and wholesome, and like seeing musically inclined kids is like the coolest thing to me at
That
such a
is
young
pretty
age.
fire.
It's the coolest shit.
Yeah, there was another kid that had you in a chokehold for a little bit.
Miles.
Is that the young man who
Yes.
can play anything on the keyboard?
At the
Like
age
he
of
is
6.
one heck of a composer. He's
Yes.
so incredibly talented.
Miles, is his name Miles?
And you watched him for a minute, just so immensely talented.
Yeah, Miles Bonham, Miles Music Kid on Instagram.
Wowzers.
It's just incredible
super
stuff.
cool.
And then I mean, there was another music thing that I had that I thought was really cool that I saw on Instagram. Just wanted to shout these guys out. They did like a what is it? They did a Jersey Club remix. They're playing a piano in a Chinese food store,
Okay.
and they're doing a Jersey Club remix to like Icebox and a couple of other hits and stuff. So it's really fire. just switch. Come on, bro. This is so fire, bro. They're in a Chinese food store that happens to have a piano. There's one more.
It's a wild transition.
Out of control.
I would have never left
Out
that
of
Chinese.
control.
I would have been eating crab ragoons the rest of the day.
I have watched both of these videos and probably an unhealthy amount.
Okay.
It's just good. It's just really cool stuff,
just
man.
Good old fashioned.
It's really cool stuff.
Why are you being so rambunctious today, Rolo?
I know
like,
he
you
is.
ain't never in this video like this. Sit down.
We're gonna have to put you as a feature.
Sit down. You are doing the most, son.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So those are our current obsessions. I guess we have. What's next? Lack of love.
Ooh, yes. Ooh, yes. Okay. So I have a like or love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And y'all know we've been watching a lot of shows lately, but one that we have been waiting to I've been waiting for us to kind of give our judgment on is season 2 of Reasonable Doubt.
Oh man.
Okay. We've been watching this one for a few
while.
weeks now. Like I want to say it's at least on episode 8. So for at least 8 weeks now, somewhere
it's always been a dope show though.
It's always been a dope show, but I've been kind of letting season 2 cook and wanted to get an idea of like how you feeling about it. For those of you who do not know, it is an original series from the Onyx Collection on Hulu. It is a show that is executive produced by Kerry Washington. It follows a incredible litigator. Her name is Jax. She is a partner at a pretty prestigious private law firm, and she defends really high profile clients. And so season 1 was an absolute whirlwind. Okay. And season 2 has been cooking pretty solid. Essentially, her very best friend is accused and has admitted to murdering her retired football playing husband in a domestic violence incident.
Yep.
And so right now she's in, jail, during her trial, trying to, figure out whether or not she's going to get off for self-defense or, manslaughter.
She got 2 kids.
She has 2 children with him and a lover who was an ex-teammate and mentor or mentee to her late husband, who she tried to run away with. So it's not looking really good for her friend, okay? Yeah. Jax is going through a lot personally because of how things ended in season 1. So she don't really have the capacity for this right now, and so she solicits the help of another incredibly talented litigator played by none other than the incomparable, the mystifying, the debonair, the zaddy of zaddies, Morris Chestnut. You understand me? Okay, I don't even know what this man's name is in the show. Okay, I don't care.
I don't think anyone cares.
We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
That's so funny.
Because Morris Chestnut is in here being Morris.
Yeah, he is.
Being fine. And
fire suits, too.
Oh, God.
Suits is fire.
Oh. Wow. Just being incredible, man. The both of them, him and the lead. I'm sorry, I do not know this young lady's name. But man, they can act. They can act their tail off, because there's a couple of like kind of one-off characters from this season that we're just like, we don't believe you.
No.
We do not believe you. No. But when them two get on camera,
yeah, the girl, the one that the girl ran off with, her friend.
Yeah. He cannot act.
Not great.
He's not good.
Not great.
Not great. Not your best. But so I wanted to know, now that we are like fully in the crux of the show and we are like, it's basically about to hit its crescendo. I'm pretty sure the season is close to ending. It's probably like 10 episodes maybe.
More than likely, everything is like that.
So what, seeing as how we've either watched the penultimate episode or we're about to watch the penultimate episode, how are you feeling about the show? Is it a like or love for you?
I feel like the show had its answer the question directly. It's still a like. It's still a like for me. Then if I'm gonna be honest, because
Yeah.
love is not hard to. I shouldn't have to find reasons if
Right.
you love it. Right?
Facts.
It's
Facts.
either
You
love
know
it.
when you love
English
something.
teacher, love
Love
it.
it.
Abbott,
Love it.
which also is coming back either.
Can't wait.
I think next week, maybe.
Oh, prepare
Yeah.
yourselves.
So yeah, I like it, but I don't think that the pace is off. I think it's going at a good pace.
Right. Right.
And it had really good moments, like especially with the whole Jackson. You were talking about all the things that Jax got going on.
Yeah.
But Jackson, her husband, is going through something again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
God.
last season ended with Jax almost was kidnapped and then
Almost dupied by her ex-convict lover,
another Michael Ealy, right?
Bella Heartthrob. She know how to pull him. I'll tell you that. She keep a fine man around her.
I was also thinking too. This series has essence of
Being Mary Jane.
Yep. There's a lot of there's the essence of it there, man.
Yeah,
and I like
incredibly
it's like the spirit of
successful.
being Mary Jane. That series is just kind of floating through here.
Yeah.
And I enjoy it.
That and the problem solving of like Scandal.
Scandal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Toned down. Scandal was
A lot.
so but
It was a soap opera.
countries at stake, like type shit.
Yeah, kind of thing. But
Stealing
it's
a
just
presidency.
Like, her personal life is at stake.
Yeah.
I
So
also really like first of all, the way the show is shot.
beautiful.
Stunning. When I tell you, first of all,
It's shot in black,
the
and I don't mean like
it
pitch
is
black. I'm talking like
shot
us black.
in chocolate.
I mean, shout out to the Onyx collection.
Shout out to I
Or
mean,
collective.
the way they light these black people, it's like,
It's great, man.
yes.
It's
The
great.
jewel tones, the earth
Brown
tones.
never looked so brown.
Brown
so skin.
brown.
Yeah, man.
I can hear India Arie in the background. Like, it's just shot so
You could take any
beautifully.
freeze frame and it's a portrait.
It's a portrait. It really, really is.
It's really nice, man.
I think their set design is absolutely spectacular. Like I said, the actors are acting.
Fire.
All of the leads. The stories I think is really good. It's nice and juicy. It's dramatic. It's
So it's a like for me.
it's a like for me as well. For
Oh,
some
okay.
reason, there's something about it that just hasn't like added that extra oomph for me.
The trial scenes were kind of like oh shit a little bit.
A little bit. I feel like her personal drama is actually a bit more compelling at this moment in the show than the trial itself, right? Which I feel like should have us on the edge of our seats. We should not know like what's about to happen next. I mean, and to be fair, I genuinely don't know what's going to happen next. But I'm not like itching. That's not the part of the story that I'm really itching to get back to. I want to understand more about the drama, child. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, we don't want to
We
spoil
don't
it.
want to spoil it, but you know what I'm saying? Are they going to work out? Her little husband who got his little wrist problem. What's wrong with his wrist? His wrist is always wrapped.
What is wrong with his wrist
What's
again?
wrong with it? What's wrong with his
I
hand?
don't remember.
What's going on with that? But yeah, like him and his high top fade child. What we gonna do with them? Are they gonna make it, honey?
Yeah.
So yeah, right now her personal problems and her chronic panic attacks, like those are, and
Yeah.
her little interest, sexual tension between her and Morris's.
Character, which developed late, I think.
I think it developed late, and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere further now, like since the last episode. But it's still a like for me. I think it's an excellent show. I think I'm gonna continue to watch for sure. I'm excited for the next episode. I want it to be a love. It's just not there yet.
Yeah, no, and I don't know if I think watching like so much media, every show doesn't have to be
A love.
Insecure. You
Yeah,
know what
it
I'm saying?
just
Like
doesn't.
every
Now
show
that's a
doesn't.
love, child. Huh.
Insecure is a love.
Insecure. And insecure is it's vaulted. It's
It
goaded for
yeah,
me.
and the way it grips you, bro. So yeah, everything doesn't have to be
Yeah.
like that. I like that this show exists,
Me
especially
too.
for depicting just another example, notch on the belt for black production in
Yes.
TV and stuff
Yes.
like
And
that.
black
Like
stories.
black
And
stories, it's great,
yeah.
man.
I love how grown they are too.
Yeah,
Like,
they're grown. They're in there. They got grown kids ish
yep.
kind of. They got like
They in their late
mid
threes,
teenage
big
kids,
fours. Like, I'd say there's definitely in their big fours,
big
probably like
fours.
42.
They got teenage kids. They
They
gotta
got
be.
teenage kids. Yeah.
They gotta be in their big fours.
I definitely say they're like 43, 44, probably.
Yeah, the show deserves a seat at the
It
table.
does. It definitely
I
does. It
don't mind
holds
it.
its own for
Yep,
sure.
hundred
For
percent,
sure. That's dope. Okay, cool.
100%.
Not bad. Let's see. You got a one's gotta go.
Indeed.
Let's hear it.
Do. All right. One's got to go. Alien invasion. Yearly purge. Robots become aware. 6 months of winter every year. One's got to go. Shall I repeat?
This all sounds boo-boo.
Alien invasion. Yearly purge. Robots become aware. 6 months of winter every year.
The only one that I don't think humanity would survive truly is the yearly purge, actually.
Humanity. So let's refine it a little bit. So are you
Yeah.
talking about? I make the rules. So so this is a whole world that is purging.
The whole planet
It's just
gets
up.
gets to purge.
How do we sync that? On New Year's or something? Like,
I mean, yeah, the same way we sync any other holiday.
okay, fair.
Yeah, it's just the same day every year, yearly purge.
And you don't think so you would get rid of that?
Yes. I think an alien invasion, okay, humanity as a whole would band together, right? And so it will be us
we'd
against them. Even if we lose together. One band, one sound in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? We all getting the fuck up out of here.
Okay. Okay.
So that's alien invasion. 6 months of winter. Have you been to Chicago? Have you been to Canada? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I went
what's
to
up?
Canada and it snowed in July.
Come on,
I will
son.
never
Like,
forget it.
it's fine. It's just going. Yeah, we're
Couldn't
just
believe
gonna call it global warming. What are we talking about? And what was the next one?
Oh, robots becoming aware.
Robots. They are. They are.
They
They are.
Yeah.
They are already aware. They are listening to us right now. Our data is being shared, and it's all our digital DNA is everywhere. It can be Googled, it can be found, it can be accessed, it can be tapped into, it could be sold.
Yeah, knows exactly where we are. Digital footprint.
AI is
I
here.
heard a story about AI
Come
on
on,
my
stop.
nerd
We
podcast.
can't even tell what's it. This whole background could be AI. Y'all can't tell us the difference. Y'all will never know.
That's
Now it's in your head.
hilarious.
Now it's in your head. Like, you don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
AI is here. It's a done data, you know, and when it become aware, again, we all up
Skynet.
out of here. One band, one sound.
Skynet.
The one thing that I don't think humanity, and I mean like the ability for us as a species to be able to like distinguish right from wrong. Like the same way that I talked about how gripping and compelling the atrocities of, you know, slavery and the transatlantic slave trade when we went to the International Museum of African American history, like to read about the depravity that humanity can inflict upon any other group of people just because they feel like it, to allow that to be willfully like accepted again. Because mind you, I mean, it's never gone away, right? There's still, you know, horrific sex trafficking, and there's a
course.
whole thing called the dark web that's just like, let's
Sell
just
humans.
not. Right. So like that depravity already exists, but for it to walk out of the dark and amongst us and be understood as a regular occurrence that we should all accept as normal? Absolutely
You
not.
don't.
That's
So
not
you
a
think that would?
reality. I would rather face the other three realities than the one where we get an annual purge. Yes. That's my opinion.
I.
I can't look down the street and see one of my neighbors chasing my other neighbors down with a pitchfork. I can't see and just be like,
So you rather deal with the rest of these? So Skynet. Oh, I forget. Yeah, Terminator.
we're here.
Okay.
It's coming.
Alien invasion.
Yep. We all got guns anyway.
Um.
All the other options allow for us to band together. The purge requires us to turn against each other.
I think robots becoming aware needs to
That's the
go.
one that you'll get up out of here.
Yeah, I agree with you about yearly. Well, no, I take so alien invasion. We'll lose.
Yeah, we
because
lose
whoever
in that
the thing
fight.
is, whoever gets to who first wins.
Facts.
By default, just by sheer technology, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like you can't have that level of transportation technology and not have that mapped to other weaponry. So to me, you automatically lose if you are the one that is found. It's like a giant game of tag.
Have we successfully gotten someone to and from Mars?
I don't know.
I don't think we have.
We've gotten a
We've
satellite.
gotten satellites and rovers and stuff like that out there, but I don't think we have ever successfully gone to and from Mars. And now you want to talk about who will get to us first?
Yeah,
Oh, we're not
but
getting to anyone
I think
first.
that's the name of the game of space. Like whoever finds who first
Is
wins.
the more advanced civilization.
Right. Meanwhile, we are literally broadcasting signals out on
out
purpose.
into the
But I
universe.
digress.
Yeah,
So
don't let us get in our Neil deGrasse Tyson bag. But if aliens come to us,
we
they beat our
we
ass.
all we all die together.
Just off of technology alone. But at least we all humans.
Yeah, but robots becoming aware is a self is suicide because we are the ones that made
It's
them.
a self-fulfilling prophecy for sure.
And so to see that stupidity on TV before, as we're eating dinner and like, oh yeah, the robots, we probably shouldn't do this, but we shouldn't do this, but we're doing it anyway type thing.
Yes.
That's like I don't want to see that happen.
But
It's kind of like
and at least we'll have something to blame. We'll say, oh, the robots have gotten out of control. And again, it's still us against them.
we'll lose again.
But at least we know who the intended enemy is. But if
Right.
you looking at your neighbor and being like, that bitch did run over my petunias in September. I'm about to fuck this bitch up.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
I
It's
think-
so crazy.
I think that 6 months of winter is better than the top 3. Like
That's the one that has to firmly stay.
Yeah, I would rather that.
100%
I could deal with
every
that.
day of the week.
I could deal with that easy.
Get a coat.
We'll adapt. You know what I'm saying? There's places in the
100%.
world that are already like figuring that out.
We got a
There's
fireplace right there.
There's a place in Alaska that don't see sun for like X amount of like for like 60 days or some shit. Like
And there's also 6 months where the
there's
sun
only
don't
sun.
set.
Right, man. Yeah, we'll
And
be
everybody
fine.
got to get blackout curtains. They still living up there.
We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. Tell
Cool,
us which
man.
one you guys would pick in the comments.
I would love to know.
For sure. Because I think
And I just saw what's that shit? A Quiet Place. The third movie.
yeah.
Like
Nah.
Come on, bro.
I don't want none of that. Let me just go and
out of control.
I'll just go out in the middle of the hallway and scream, ah, come and get it.
Out of control.
Listen. All right. So we have a member when.
Okay.
All right. So do you remember having a friend who's like significant other or partner or girlfriend or boyfriend at the time, and you were just like, bro, I can't wait till you break up with this motherfucker. Like I literally can't stand them. I don't even know how you still with them. I'm counting the days until you break up with this motherfucker. Like, yuck. Yuck.
Okay.
Remember that? You ever had one of them?
Yeah. You want to go
I'll
first?
start.
Go
I'll
for
start.
it. I have 2, but go ahead.
I have I actually have more instances of that than I'd like to count.
You're kidding.
I have, when I was thinking
Oh,
about
I know
this, I
one.
was like, I have
I know one of yours.
friends,
Yeah.
plural, who
Two of
I've
yours.
looked at their boyfriend and just been like, sis, why? Like, why? Like, want more for yourself. You
God.
deserve better. He's a waste man. Like, honestly, you look at this person, you're just like, and I'm the type of friend, like, I don't go out of my way to be rude to anybody's significant other or anything. If you love a person, especially, I'll say this, especially as a woman, I know the dynamic is different for guys. Y'all will be like, bro, I can't stand your fucking girlfriend. That bitch is annoying. Like, and niggas won't really care like that. Women, let me tell you something. If you got a real close friend and she love her man and you can't stand him, there's only about so much that one, the friend that can't stand him is going to be able to tolerate hearing you complain about the person, and the person who's in the relationship will hear the friend talk shit about them before they stop talking to you. Like, women all the time, I feel like, at least in situations that I've seen, always end up siding with the person that, they're in a relationship with, because for whatever reason, like, that is just a more cherished relationship.
Really?
I think so. I think because
It's
women,
interesting.
I think because of like the structure of
Heteros.
like heteronormative relationships, right? Where men essentially have the majority of the quote unquote buying power, right? Like, a lot about what for much of humanity, about what a woman could or couldn't have, or the quality of life she could or couldn't attain, had to do with who she married and who she, came with. I think a lot of those structural and psychological impacts are still true today, even though women have and can attain and can possess more. I still think that the competitiveness of being chosen makes them more desperate to like sustain a relationship even when it's not beneficial for them. That's not to say that men don't do the same thing, that dudes will stay in relationships way longer than they need to, being used, abused, taken advantage of, simped, you know what I'm saying, for all intents and purposes. That's not to say that that doesn't happen to men. Don't get me wrong.
Simp?
I just think that the
that was made for
relationship,
men.
oh,
That
100%.
term.
I just think that the relationship between a guy friend and his guy friend telling him that he doesn't like his girlfriend would have different ramifications most times than if a girlfriend told her girlfriend, I hate your man. Like, there's a line. Like, once you cross it, that girlfriend is not talking to you about him anymore. Or they just gonna stop talking to you, altogether. So I've had a couple of those situations, and so because of that reason, I say all of that to say,
another one.
I
Okay.
don't. I stay out of it. I don't be in my friends' relationships. That's not my business. But I watch. I look, and I'm not the type of friend who will tell you, girl, you need to leave him. Da 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 da. You grown. You are grown. You see it. You see this giant man child next to you that you have to keep trying to excuse his behavior. You see the things that you keep doing in order to keep him around. You hear the way he gaslights you. We all see it. And
It's
yet
been that bad? Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yes. It has been that bad.
Yeah.
Where I'm listening to stories and I'm just like, I mean, who's accepting this behavior though, babe?
Yeah, I know a few of yours, but
Who's accepting this behavior though, babe?
I guess. But
Why would you let him play you out like that?
Yeah, but you haven't had to see it in like person.
Let me tell you something about
that's different, right?
Let me tell you something about all of my friends whose guy friend I haven't liked. While I don't get in anyone's business and while I don't go out of my way to be rude to anybody, if I like you or if I don't.
Generally.
Generally, right? Like, if you have to wonder, like, does Ollie like me? Chances are I don't. And I'm not going to make a big scene about it or anything like that. But you see how I am with everybody else. Like, I'm big, I'm happy, I'm expressive, I'm verbose, I'm always trying to make people laugh. But when I get around you, I just say, I don't have a whole lot to say. I just don't. Like I just I go on idle, like when them type of people are around. So it's just like, look. And because of that type of energy, I just feel like I've never actually seen any of those people like act out in front of me. Because I also feel like those type of relationships, like people do what you let them do. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't just never been a let you do kind of bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know.
So I've never personally witnessed tomfoolery in my presence, and if I have, I probably said something real quick and curt to just kind of make it real simple and plain for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a recent one. It's I'm not even going to say whether. Sure, it's a friend. And it's just a situation where I don't think that he is safe
Yeah.
around that person,
Yeah.
because it's it's a physical thing, it's a verbal thing,
Absolutely not.
it's all
No.
of these things. And maybe you're right. I think for guys, when we see it happening to in heteronormative relationships, where it's the girl being doing all the like toxic
All
stuff,
of the
like the
aggressing, yeah.
yelling and the pushing and the hands and the
And the
feet and
destroying
the
of
throwing,
property
the
and
destroying of property, right? The destroying of
throwing is
property and
crazy.
screaming in public and crying and like
Making a scene.
26 phone calls in an hour, like
Oh God.
nonstop paragraph text messages, and like when it's the woman doing that, I know
Yeah.
guys get a lot of the ire of like being crazy.
I think anyone
You know
can
what I'm
be
saying? But anyone could be crazy.
can
So
exhibit toxic behavior and anybody can be crazy for sure.
so seeing that like recently, it it's tough, because it's just like, bro,
Like,
Lee,
you
stop with
like
this. Do
this?
you like this? Okay, so here's the other thing. Same as you. Don't get
Yeah.
involved, but so much.
Yeah.
I get a call. This is a really good friend of mine, so like I love him. So it's just like I get this call and I have to like obviously call me for advice or
Yeah.
whatever. But the first thing I ask, and I continue ask, is like, before you complain about
Yeah.
this stuff, be honest with
Be for
me
real.
and yourself. Do you like this? Because another example, this is when in high school, I had a friend who was in a relationship that was going on as well. High school kid shit, but it's still
It's still the thing.
a thing. He kind of liked that shit.
Of course he did.
And ever since I saw that,
You shut up about
I
it.
was like, oh nah.
Nah, because this is
People
your
really do.
vibe. This
People
is your
really like this
style.
shit. So
Yeah,
I've seen
because
it
it's
in
exciting.
yeah. So I've seen it in person, right? Different from you.
You know what? I've seen a moment. We were together. We'll talk about it off
Oh
camera. But
damn.
we saw a moment where we were like,
I don't remember. But I'm
y'all crazy. Oh, y'all crazy,
nah,
crazy.
nah, nah, nah. I've seen it, and then to ask, and he'd be like, and smile. I'm like, okay, bro.
Oh, so you
I'm going to class.
antagonizing
This
Shorty
is
on
nonsense.
purpose. Like,
I
you're
thought that,
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? I thought this is a thing. So I always ask. I'm like, bro, do you like this shit?
Are you into it?
Because you don't have to talk about this. You feel like you need to because you scared. But if you like it, then you like it. It's just dangerous, in my opinion, for either side
Yeah.
to be in this. When you start crossing lines of like putting your hands on people and destroying property and that type of stuff, I think that there got to be a safe word. If you like it, you got to know how to bow out. If
Yeah.
since your self-preservation has to kick in at some point, you can't just allow this person
There's
to
nothing worth fighting for more than your own sanctity and safety.
Yeah, well,
You will
safety first, because sanctity means that your mind is telling you, okay, maybe I don't like this as much. But in the event that your mind doesn't do that when it's supposed to, your self-preservation is supposed to kick in.
I
Like
feel I understand what you're saying.
your survival.
I feel as though that if you value your sanctity, there are certain situations and habits that you will not validate. Okay?
Yeah.
by
Certain boundaries you gotta
you
set.
will set certain boundaries
Yeah, man.
so that your physical is never in danger. You're just like, oh, you crazy. You're actually trying to piss me
You send
off.
me you send me a picture of you burning all of my favorite Jordans. I gotta
Oh,
at some
so
point
you're not well.
I gotta say, you know what?
I don't want none of this.
This isn't
Whatever you
happening
think
anymore.
I'm guilty of, or whatever you think I did to you to
Mm-hmm.
warrant this type of behavior, I no.
You punctured my tire, bro? You broke my windshield? Is that
You destroyed all my clothes.
that's crazy.
You showed up to
Yeah.
my job.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What? Oh, this is not
See, I don't have to
normal
watch I
behavior.
don't have to watch true crime like Worst Ex Ever
Mm-hmm.
to understand those types of behaviors can lead to
100%.
ending up on fucking Netflix.
Just
I
it's
just
I
don't
believe
wanna.
you, bro. I believe you. You
I'm cool,
crazy.
bro.
And so I'm done.
Yeah,
But
man.
then I listen to some of, my friends and I hear them talk about these things and I'm like, you like this person this much to subject yourself
Yeah.
to this type of behavior? That's what you're willing to like make normal?
Nah,
That's acceptable behavior to you.
yeah. So
That's someone you want to be your partner.
so I mean, to your point, I don't know. I think dudes. I mean, because in a group, I saw again high school. It's in between classes, okay, and a couple of us is around,
All kinds
right?
of locker slamming and
Yeah.
books being
You know what I'm
thrown.
saying? A couple of us
Figure it
around. I
out,
got my bag
bro.
over. I got and she comes through and it's a storm, yo.
It's a
We
whole
look at it, it's like,
whirlwind,
yo, you
bro.
good? Like, all dudes do is, bro, are you good? Like, I don't. You
That
got.
you know what?
I don't know
That's
what women do in that situation. Like, do they console? Women end up crying or something like that, right? Like, oh my god, I can't believe. And then you guys got to like huddle her in the
yeah.
bathroom. I'm talking high school. Like, emotions
Yeah.
are high,
Yeah.
But dudes, something happened that's not supposed to maybe happen in public.
Bro, I
We
mean,
don't.
let's go a step farther. It's not high school. We're in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are out and we see, a friend's man's or situationship with another shorty and we're all there and she's having a meltdown.
Oh, we
We've
saw
seen that.
we've seen that.
We've seen that happen in real time and been like,
It's
oh
not funny, man.
no. Oh no. And so when the person finally gets up the courage to like break up with that person, now that's when I get belligerent. I'll be like, oh, thank God. Because I've been waiting to tell you. I've been wanting to tell you. He's a
Man.
piece of shit. And I never liked him. The whole reason why I even brought this number one up is because I don't know if you saw, but what's his name? DDG.
Oh God. DDG and Haley broke up.
Yeah, they
Haley?
broke.
Haley.
Yeah, Hallie.
Hallie, sorry. Sorry,
Halle
Hallie.
Bailey. She
Friend of the pod.
they broke up. He released a statement.
Yes.
And when I tell you the comments was
You-
crazy. It's like
Yeah, I had a sense that people
people were really excited.
because they feel like DDG is not a good fit for her.
Here's the thing. I don't know anything about this young man. I
Man.
literally I did not know who he was until I saw him come out with Halle Bailey. Like me personally, I just don't know who he is. But to hear people talk about him and be so celebratory, bro, somebody posted the Fantasia video of when she was singing
saw that.
finally. Like
Yeah. I mean, the comedy's got to go. The comedy's going to rip. Even if it makes no sense. The comedy's
I
going
was
to rip.
just like, why do y'all care so much about this young lady and her relationship with this young man?
Yeah, people it's weird, isn't it?
The projection of like, oh, finally, I'm so glad you left him, girl. I'm like, do y'all know something that we didn't? Or
So strange.
What's happening? Why are you so invested in this relationship? The example I use, at least I knew the person and I was witness or privy to the allegations of their, indiscretions and why I felt as though for my friend, that wasn't a very suitable person. But these are strangers to you guys. You don't know them. You do not know them. You don't know their relationship. So for you to, and mind you, they are a family. They have a very young child together.
That boy is so cute.
He is beautiful.
Beautiful little boy.
He's a beautiful
my
little
God.
boy. And y'all sitting up here celebrating the the fracturing of this family. I mean, they said that they broke up amicably. They still love each other. They're best friends. Whatever, whatever. They're going to continue to co-parent. Sure, that is a reality that exists, and there are plenty of people who get on fine in that way. But I'm not going to sit up here and act like I wouldn't want them to have a long-lasting, happy, flourishing relationship.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
what y'all so excited about?
I think social media is a interesting place because, well, it's specifically the comment section of social media, all of
Always.
them. That's where community exists.
Community of
And then
haters.
God forbid you get into the reply, the thread of one comment is a whole nother world.
The fact that
Literally,
y'all be talking to strangers
yeah,
and
whole other world,
arguing,
whole other
taking
world.
whole minutes, seconds, hours
Yeah,
out of your day
yeah,
to talk to someone you'll
pinning
never
comments and
see.
stuff like that. So to
Weirdos.
I I think I don't know if people really feel like that or if they're just putting on their like it's just Twitter fingers. Like to me, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that feel like that. But either way, the investment to go so far as to like the 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 cementing of it, like the confirmation of like these accusations that people make, these like assumptions on why they broke up, and it's because he's like this, and it's
Yeah.
because Haley's this, and
Right.
this is why I knew she was gonna like all of that stuff is real weird because it's like you
You
don't
don't know
know
any of
them.
that
You don't
stuff.
know them. The only thing that I saw that kind of it was the same thing with Cardi and Offset. Slightly different because Cardi went live. I think that's the only
Well,
thing.
Cardi has gone live several times regarding Offset and her relationship
Yeah,
over the years
yeah, and Offset is commenting on
on her
stuff that
live in
she's
real
like
time. So
in
we're
real
seeing
life.
their
Yeah,
drama unfold,
right.
right,
So I
in
guess
real
that's a
time.
little bit
But
different.
these two people, as far as I have seen, have been incredibly private about their life,
People were
about their
upset at Haley
relationship,
for not talking about her. What was it?
for
Not
hiding her pregnancy.
hiding her pregnancy, and then it's like, girl, we all knew. She now she gave birth, and then everyone's like, girl, we already knew. Like this attitude. I don't know. It's a weird thing that
Y'all
people
be
do.
offended at people protecting their space and their time. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
don't get it. And it's
what?
a part of me has to feel that there has got to be a percentage of people who are just doing that on social media. I refuse just to for the sake of like getting the likes on the comments and getting the
I
replies
guess.
because you get traction on your page and like so I'm sure some people are using it as like a tactic, but then there are also people in there that like live for this shit. Like
Live.
they I I don't
I
know.
am
It's
confusion.
it's it's it's
Leave them folks
interesting.
alone. Like,
Like you were talking about people being celebratory to the fact that they broke up.
yes.
That's not what got me. That's never what gets me in that. What gets me is how sure they are of why they broke up.
Positive.
They're so sure of
They're
why they broke up.
positive.
I'm
They know
like,
for a fact
I
they
don't
were
know.
there when they broke up.
I don't know. And they're willing to argue for
Argue
however
with
many days and
strangers
so
over someone else's relationship. It's not paying you at all.
yeah. No. I
You
don't
know
know,
what I'm
man.
saying? Y'all need to find a hobby, and we hope that is this. You know what I'm saying? We hope that is the
Why? So
one.
they can comment on our relationship?
It's bound to happen. It's
They're
bound to
getting a
happen.
divorce because he doesn't. It's coming.
Y'all are
It's coming, man. I
weird.
don't know.
Weird.
I don't know. It's weird, man.
It's really goofy behavior. But yeah, yo, I think I think we did it.
Think we did it?
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah, we're at the what 58 minute. I think we're good. You think we're good, guys?
Y'all feel good.
Yeah, man.
We feel good.
We're good. So, I guess you can close us out.
Yeah, man, we're gonna call it. So if you're still with us, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Make sure you come back and see us, okay? Look for us on TikTok, Instagram, and of
Yep.
course
Spotify.
here, YouTube, Spotify. The One Thing for Certain pod on all of the things,
Yep.
okay? And yeah, we'll see y'all in the next episode. No matter where you go after this, make sure you go with God, okay? It's the One Thing for Certain podcast, y'all. Peace.
Deuces.